How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews back with a re-review. That's right. Not a big re-review guy, but, you know, this gets down here in Jersey now. And I have not had one in a very, very long time. And it was priced right. So, why not do it? We're doing a little bit of Flying Monkeys Brewing. Yeah, it is their Chocolate Manifesto Triple Chocolate Milk Stout. I reviewed this beer, good God, over 5 years ago. Let's put it that way. And it was in a 750 format back then. So this has to be one of the newer bottles, because I think they only did it in 750 formats back then. I actually don't know the date on this. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a date. You got your nice kind of crazy carton here. Let's see if there's any dating on there. I do not see anything. This box has not changed. It's exactly what I remember it looking like. Do I have actually a bottle of it? I thought I'd have a bottle of it flying back there somewhere, but I don't. Ooh, nice embossing. I like that. Little Flying Monkeys embossment on there. See if we can find a date on here. Don't they have to date all Canadian beers? I mean, this is probably labeled for sale in the States. Product Canada. Flying Monkeys. 10% alcohol by volume. Yeah, I don't see a date. That's kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping I'd find one. If anybody out there knows where I can find a date, don't tell me, because this beer in bottle is going to be long gone by the time I post this video. I love this beer, or I remember loving this beer quite a bit. I remember it just being all the chocolate bombs are belong to us. There you go. Words underneath the label. And we'll see what's what. So you got your little 500 milliliter bottle here, and what it looks like in crazy bonkers level dirty glass, mafia glass. I did not look at this glass before I grabbed it. I should have, because it looks disgusting. Actually, it didn't pour that badly. Actually, is there a little bit? Oh, that's pretty clean. It must be on the outside only. I am going to give one more veiled attempt at a date on this sucker, so I can see through the glass. Yeah, boo on you, Flying Monkeys. I want to know my dates. Anyway, we'll see how this sucker rolls. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of, like, I'm not going to read all this shit. Is there anything specific? No, that's pretty, yeah, word. Label's crazy. Let's get to the fucking beer. Let's stop worrying about dates. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it looks like a big old stout. I mean, this thing was just gobs and gobs of all the chocolate are belong to us. That's what I got off this beer when I originally had it in subsequent drinkings of it, because it's not like the first nor the last time I'm having this beer. But she looks the part of a big old stout. Pinky finger. Nice kind of molten malt ball colored head, and pretty damn dark. So yeah, let's see what this nose brings. That's exactly what I remember this beer bringing, which is this rich. Okay, let's just wheel it back a little bit. So imagine you want to make yourself a milkshake, or you want to make yourself chocolate milk. Let's go there. It's a little bit better. So you put the Nesquik in there, and you put the Nesquik in there, and you put the Nesquik in there. But you know how there's like a saturation point where you can't put in any more Nesquik in the thing? And you can try, but then you just end up with sludge at the bottom and floaties and all that kind of stuff. No one wants that. So you go, wait a minute, I forgot. I have some Hershey's. Some Hershey's in the fridge. A little squirt of that. So it's taking that Nesquik and just elevating it to this super sultry, lactose-laden, delicious kind of chocolatiness. And then you get a little bit kooky. You remember that you have this little bottle of maraschino cherries. And you just put a little drip of the juice in there. Just a little bit. It doesn't smell like overt cherries, but there's this little cherry component on top of that robust, out-of-control chocolatiness. That's exactly what I remember this beer smelling like. And, you know, time and your palate changes, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, it's been, I don't remember the last time I had this beer, but last time I reviewed it was 5 years ago. So, you know, back then, beer was quite a bit different from both a stout standpoint as far as adjuncts and chocolate goes to a bunch of different things. So I was like, maybe, you know, it'll just be a really nice chocolate stout. It won't be as aggressive, won't be as bold, won't be that kind of next level of chocolate that I remember. It is. It's still there. Smells fantastic. I'm just going to dive right in. Cheers. Yeah, this is a chocolate lover's dream. I see this beer is. This thing's a little bit hot and a little bit chalky though. So I don't know if that's a fresh thing or an oxidative thing. I actually think it's a combination of both. It's both fresh. It's hot with a touch of oxidation. Not in an overt negative way, but it doesn't come off nearly as smooth as what I remember. But no qualms, that chocolate is there. It's robust. It's gigantic. Yeah, it's got this really nice kind of soft cream mouthfeel outside that little bit of oxidation. It drinks really easily, even though you get that pop of heat I was talking about. And that, like, triple chocolate, like that, it's that Nesquik on top of that Nutella, because there is, like, a nutty maltiness to it, so I'll kind of throw Nutella in there now. So that Nesquik on that Nutella on top of that Hershey syrup, there is, like, these gobs and gobs of multiple levels of chocolate in it. This brings this huge, rich dessert. Like, this, for me, was probably my first, like, true pastry confectionery stout. You're talking about 5 years ago. Not a lot of people even use that word, but that's what this beer is. It's dessert in a glass. It is melted ice cream, like I said, with a bit of Hershey syrup and a little dusting of Nesquik on top of it. It's all the chocolate Arbol on us, with that soft little cherry thing. The way it kind of comes off, like, with a little bit of heat, now it makes, I think of, like, a cherry cordial, like a bourbon soaked cherry kind of thing going on with it. But man, from the mouthfeel to the chocolate level to the way the beer drinks, and it's so easily, it's so easy just to excuse that hotness and that little bit of soft chalkiness, that little bit of oxidation, as just part and parcel for something of this impact level. I don't remember getting those back then. Then again, I've evolved too, and that goes along part and parcel for that. So maybe I'm a little bit more susceptible to those things. But in the grand scheme of things, this is still one of the best, if not the best, like, purely chocolate forward beers I've ever had. I mean, this is up there on a Mount Rushmore set. If we're going to talk about Mount Rushmore, this is one of the better strictly chocolate forward beers. This is up there with the Brooklyn chocolates of the world, Sam Adams Chocolate Block, those kind of beers. Sure, those are very old school beers, so you're like, okay, you're just picking old beers. But no, because a lot of people just don't do the chocolate thing nowadays. They do chocolate with, like, fucking pennies and fucking artificial hearts and sawdust. I don't know what people are putting in beer nowadays. I try to keep my mind open, hence the three things that, actually, those things have probably gotten into beer. But anyway, rarely do people just do a chocolate on chocolate on chocolate beer without it being just basically lactose on lactose on lactose on syrup. And by that I mean this is still, super chocolate forward. It's still beer, mostly at its core, especially at its core. It's still a beer. So it's on a Mount Rushmore of that. It has been, and it has been, and it always will be, until somebody knocks it off. And that's the best thing about Mount Rushmore. It's not etched in stone like the real one. So much chocolate. So good. I dig this. From the nose, to the mouthfeel, to the taste. Even with that hotness, even with that little bit of oxidation, it's still a fucking fantastic beer, period. But that chocolate, and that level of chocolate, and the multiple layers of chocolate just kind of take it over the top. So yeah, like I said, it's Mount Rushmore status for me as far as chocolate beers go. Value and availability, I think I paid $12 for this. So I think I paid $12 for the 750s that I used to get when I used to get them out of Canada or upstate New York. I think they came down to the States when they first started arriving in the States, which I think was 2016 or 17, and like, or further down in the States in Pennsylvania, they're like 17, 18 bucks, but those are the 750s. So $12 for a 500 milliliter. I'm not going to bitch and moan too much about that. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like chocolate beers, man. Like I said, if you like, Brooklyn chocolate, if you like, Sam Adams Chocolate Block, those kind of beers, you like those chocolate forward, kind of classic kind of beers, you'd be hard pressed to find something better than this. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little, flying monkeys right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.